Since Riley took over in 2017, the Sooners offense, they've led the nation with 47 points per game, almost 585 total yards per game, and over 8 yards per play. And just to make sure their point was made in Norman, they've won the last 2 Heisman trophies. So is it the system or is it the star?
It's both. And I think when you look at this offense and you look at Jalen Hurts in particular and what he's done this year, you can see that. So this first play, it starts off with just him basically making a play off the play-action pass, finding open space and utilizing his athleticism. But then it's also the scheme and the design. They're going to clear everything out with 2 posts down on the bottom of your screen, but then they take the slot receiver up top. He's going to be singled up on the backer. And the backer's expecting him, based off what they've seen on film, to keep running on a shallow cross across the field. What does Lincoln Riley do? He gives him a little stair-step route. Now he runs to the open space, an easy pitch and catch for CeeDee Lamb, and a touchdown. We see this, guys, time and time again. So in my opinion, it's both, and it's not a cop-out, it's the truth. But I also think a byproduct of it is the fact that the Big 12, if you go back to the last 3 drafts, okay, they've had 1 player drafted in the first round. That was L.J. Collier out of TCU this past year to the Seattle Seahawks. 1 player. So they're also going up against defenses that aren't quite as talented. And I think that allows for more of this offensive explosion that we're seeing from them.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think it is both. And I think we're seeing a great offensive mind meet a great talented young quarterback in Jalen Hurts. And let's be real, because Jalen Hurts was not a bad player at Alabama. He was a good player, but now we're seeing Lincoln Riley unleash Jalen Hurts. And this offense features Jalen Hurts. So that's what I love about it, because it really showcases Hurts' skill sets, right? Because even on some of those runs, he still has to read, right? He's not just turning around and handing that football off, and then you surround him with great talent, and then you see the product on the football field. So I agree with you, Brady. I think it's both.
Yeah, he's a great football player. He was at Alabama, led them to a national championship. He's really grown and matured, and I don't think we saw his full potential at Alabama. Clearly, that's not what they do as an offense. But I would say this about Lincoln Riley. When you go from Baker Mayfield to Kyler Murray, now to Jalen Hurts, they're all very different personality traits, different leadership skills, and different players on the football field. They just are. So I think when you see what Lincoln did with Baker, and then he did with Kyler in a year starter, and now what he's done with Jalen Hurts in just 1 year, and it talks about the scheme and the creativity. For me, great coaches always put their best players in a position to be successful, and that's what he does at Jalen Hurts every single time he's on the field.
Can I give love to one more group, though?
Offensive line.
Their offensive line.
Yeah,
I mean, look, 4 guys were drafted, only 1 comes back this year. And you're looking at a group now that's 2nd in the country in rushing. They're doing a tremendous job for Jalen Hurts. So it's Lincoln Riley, Bill Bedenbaugh with that group up front. I mean, it's tremendous. We haven't seen a group send 4 guys to the NFL like this, and then, be ranked number 2 since like 1978 for Nebraska. So it's been quite some time since they've been able to do this.
It's understandable that so much of the focus, the attention is on the offense, right? But remember how good they've been the last couple of years with a really bad defense. Now they've got a defense that is better than it's been in years. To me, that makes them a legit national title contender.